All right, I'm going to go ahead and work through the modes of energy transfer lab. So our first thing is we have a metal rod at our station. Looks like this. And I'm just touching it with 2 fingers. And I notice that it's pretty cool to the touch. So for step 1, under your observations, it is cool to the touch. Now we're going to go ahead and heat up one side of it by setting our experiment setup as seen in step 2. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up for you. So I'm going to grab my ring stand underneath the sink. And I'm going to turn that sideways. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a clamp. This is a boss head clamp. What I want to do is I want to secure the rod onto the ring stand. So I'm going to go ahead and clamp one end to the ring stand. And the other end, I'm going to clamp to here. Now I have it secure. Now I'm going to grab a Bunsen burner. It's going to be in my hardware drawer. And a striker. I'm going to attach my Bunsen burner to the gas line. I'm going to turn on my gas. I hear hissing. If I didn't, I'd open up my gas valve. I'm going to use my striker. And now I have my flame. It's a little tall, so I'm going to adjust the gas valve at the bottom. Let's be a little lower. Now I'm going to heat one side of the rod. Now every 15 seconds, what I'm going to do is touch this metal rod about 6 inches away from the clamp. Right now it's cool to the touch, so I'm going to wait 15 seconds. I'm going to pause this video, and 15 seconds from now I'm going to touch it again. It has now been 15 seconds. I'm going to touch it again. It's definitely a little warmer than before. And what I notice as I travel down this rod, further away from the heat source, it does feel cooler as I move that way. Let's touch it again. It's definitely warmer, and then cooler as I move away. But the energy is transferring from this side of the rod all the way down. So it is starting to get warmer here as I move down. And that would be step 5. So I'm done with this experiment. Now I'm on to procedure 2, which is the heat lamp. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to go ahead and plug my heat lamp in. So it's just a lamp that mostly produces heat and not just visible light. I'm going to turn it on with the red button at the base. Now it's on. And what I want to do is put my hand underneath, and no surprise, my hand feels warm. So the energy is transferring from the bulb to my hand. So this would be step 2, and now I'm going to move on to procedure 3. Now I'm on to experiment 3. Step 1 is to fill this plastic tub 90% of the way with water. So I'm going to do that in the sink. My tub is now filled with water. I'm going to go ahead and arrange my experiment setup. So I have 2 green cups, or blue, doesn't matter. And then I have 1 cup that I've put hot water in. So you can probably see the steam. That goes in the center there. And I'm going to set this on top. Now I'm going to add my red food dye in the center of the red cup. So I'm going to grab some red food dye, bring it down to the bottom of the tub, and disperse it out over the center. Okay. My last step is to add 2 blue ice cubes over the green cups, or blue cups, whatever you have. And then we're going to go ahead and watch the food dye move. So I'm going to bring you closer. And what I want you to see is that the red food dye is clearly moving up, and the blue food dye is moving down. and coming and replacing where the red food dye was. So you can see the red food dye is moving up and out to the sides of the tub. And the blue food dye is sinking down below and coming in and replacing where the red food dye was. So you get these currents of red moving up and to the right, and then blue moving down and to the left, and then you have red moving up and to the left, and blue moving down and to the right. So you can watch this for a little bit longer and watch that food dye move. Record your observations, and we're done.